Thanks for clicking. You're listening to Time In with yours truly, Tommy Crenshaw. With me, as always, the hip-hopping, don't-stopping, rock-hopping, hot-sopping, sock-hopping, flapjack-eating Ricardo Longus.
Yo, hey, you gave me a whole bunch of introductory adjectives and adverbs and whatnot this time. I mean, I do like the hip hop. I do like the rock and no stopping. I like all of that. I like flapjacks, of course. I'm a man. I have a card for the Flapjack house. We are good friends. That me and the owner have been good friends for years. Whenever y'all are down near the Flapjack house, you go there and get you a stack. Tell them Ricardo Longus sent you. You'll probably get 10% off. Maybe a free coffee. That's what I'm saying.
For those of you who don't know, Ricardo and I were at this was an amateur flapjack eating contest. This was up in Poughkeepsie. This is some many moons ago.
Some years back, Tom.
Yeah. So this place, it's no longer in business, but it was called, what was it called? The Stone's Throw? Something like that?
Stoney's Throw, because remember the guy that owned the place was named Stoney.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, rock solid dude, big dude. But he had, So it was a flapjack eating contest. And I had to bow out because, I'd been up the whole night eating oatmeal. I just had a crave for oatmeal. I don't know why. It's just like I knew I had the flapjack eating contest. Temptation was around. And me, like when I eat oatmeal, I put like chicken in it and cinnamon and, just all kinds of other, some sage, and just it's a great tasting meal. And so I couldn't fit much in my gullet. But Ricardo was going for a while. I mean, he was in the lead, tied with this one. What was the name of that woman?
Oh, you remember the name of that woman, Tommy? Don't give me that now, Tommy. You remember the name of that woman?
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Maybe I do, and just
let's just call her Mrs. Mrs. B.
Mrs. B. Yeah, she sawed my car in half. So anyway, but you were going neck and neck with her, and it looked like you had beat her by one. But then when they looked at your plate, they realized you were actually eating a rat that was at the bottom of the stack of the flapjacks, and you had counted it as a flapjack. It was just like a flattened, I guess it got squished by the load of the pancakes. Well, flapjacks are actually different than pancakes, but they add a little something extra to them. And you got disqualified. You started throwing forks across the room.
I did not throw forks, Tommy. I may have flicked a couple off the table or something, but I did not. I wasn't throwing them around. That was not what happened.
Yeah, well,
she beat me by one, and I bowed out gracefully. I was nice. I was like, I'll tip my hat to Mrs. B. It's not. Once again, Tommy's trying to make me out to be a madman. That's all he's trying to do. He's trying to make me be a madman. But we have a guy here who knows I'm calm even when I'm losing, and that's our good buddy Anthony North. How you doing, Anthony?
Hey, Ricardo. Doing great. I've witnessed a few of these episodes when Ricardo starts to lose his patience, and things do get thrown. He might not realize it in the moment, but there are women and children heading for the doors.
The two of you are conspiring against me. You're trying to ruin my reputation. This is all this is. You're conspiring against me. I can't believe I'm hearing this stuff.
There's no conspiracy here, Ricardo. Sometimes I believe there's an anger management issue.
Yeah, there is a time. And listen, I had a confessional recently. I put it up there about an incident where I threw a steak roll across and hit an older fella. And, settled out of court and all that. So I don't want to go down. I've thrown things before. I've been at ball games and thrown, fish creatures onto ice rinks. We talked about that stuff. So I'm not one to judge. Sometimes throwing something is great. Somebody's upsetting you from afar, you throw stuff. And I think the world would be better if people just threw stuff. I mean, you get in a road rage case, they pull a gun out on you. It'd be great if somebody just threw a potato at your car or something like that. And then, like, everything, you'd be like, man, that a-hole threw a potato at my car. You're angry. Then you throw a carrot at his car. And then you're making all these little pit stops along the way. And you see him run into the store, and you got to run in quickly and jump back in your cars and go back at it. And it turns into like a cannonball run kind of thing. Then, you end up in a high-speed chase with police. And then it turns out the guy that you're going with shoots a flare up in the air, and it sets a forest fire. And you get framed for it because you're driving similar cars. So it's like, stuff like that could happen. So I think that maybe, I think maybe Anthony is right. You should kind of like get rid of the throwing stuff. And
getting rid of throwing stuff, I mean, you have a dizzying logic there, Tommy. You have a dizzying logic. But, you're talking about the throwing stuff has made me think about, something I read, recently about, Phillip Rivers, the Chargers, Phillip Rivers, he was talking about, talking about maybe possibly coming back, being a quarterback again after he retired. I don't know. What are y'all thoughts on this?
Well, my first thought is how much can you make as an Alabama high school coach these days? I mean, living in Alabama for a period of time, I realize 50 cents of every dollar I make goes to Nick Saban.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
The University of Alabama is taking money out of every pocket. So I think for Phillip, he's got to look at his family. Think about the 9 kids he's got to feed, 9 kids going to college, 9 kids, who are probably going to have 9 kids. So, let's look at the big picture here. All right, Phillip, you got 81 grandchildren on the way. There's going to be a lot of mouths to feed on that Alabama high school, $7,000 a year type job. So I'm looking at Phillip Rivers taking the first NFL job that comes his way.
He's got to get that money. I like you said, Nick Saban, he siphons all the money out of Alabama. So the high school coaches, they probably making, $150 a game, something like that. That's all they're pulling in. And he got all and like you said, he got all little kids, and then all them kids eventually they're gonna grow up and go to college. They're gonna have kids, and you're gonna have to shell out like 15 birthday presents a month or something like that. I mean, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I think first to address also you're paying off the Gus Malzahn the contract too.
Oh, it's true.
Alabama. So he's like the Bobby Bonilla thing. Every day or every year you celebrate a day, you pay Gus Malzahn something so he can stay flirting with some waitress named Trixie at the Wing Cafe that he visits in whatever slumdog town he lives in the middle of nowhere. He's hiding. Where do you think he lives? He's probably name a stupid state. That's probably where he is. Somebody name a stupid state.
I don't know, like Connecticut or something. I mean,
Connecticut's a great place. Why
no offense to Connecticutans. The people of Connecticut. No offense. I'm just saying it's kind of the way it's shaped. It's kind of funny to me. That's all I'm saying.
I give you that, but it's not a stupid state. There's some great people. Anyway, so I think that maybe this is what was going on with Phil Rivers. I think he's up there and he's in Boondock, Alabama. Alabama's got some big towns, nice places, but they got some like weird log cabin creature people, and he's there, and he just gets like the UPN station, so he's watching reruns of Just the 10 of Us, they got the ridiculously overweight basketball coach. Like nobody overweight football coaches, sure, but you got like a portly. Like a pork barrel creature with the bald head, and he's got all the kids. And Phil Rivers is like, man, that's gonna be me, like, cause he's like so he's itching to get off the couch or but here's the thing. This is what I think was happening. So the thing that Philip Rivers said, he said this. He said, "I'm not in the best shape. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. Ready to play a game right now, but I will be soon." Wink, wink. So the idea is waiting for players to get injured. We already got Carson Wentz, but I don't think he wants to go back to the team he was with. I don't think he's going to go Colts. But here's the thing with Brady being on the cover of Madden, and I don't wish injuries on anybody, but let's just say, God forbid, Brady goes out. You know, I mean, it could happen. Who you gonna put in there? I mean, I keep forgetting who the backup are, but it's going to be like Ted Springhole, who played at Westchester University. You know, you just forget these guys. Yeah, I think I watched a game of him. But so I think so. This is and also another thing. I think there's all these guys that are retiring. There's a lot of talent in the past 3 years that have retired. Probably early, probably 2 or 3 years. Not just your Andrew Lucks, but these guys are sitting there waiting. I think they're in stealth mode. I think you're going to see a super team, like a rock, like come out of come out of the ground almost and rise up like a superhero thing, and they're going to pick a team because LeBron started all this stuff with the basketball with the NBA. So you're saying that they're not going to do it with after what Brady did in Tampa and having like a LeBron thing? So Phil Rivers sees this and says, no, I want to do this too. So, I mean, if you take a look, and you guys, keep up with some of this stuff. I know some of you guys golf with some of these guys, but just last year alone, as far as your talents, I mean, you got Witten retired, Olsen retired at Carolina, the Pouncey brothers retired. So you got some O-line guys.
Oh, they love a good buffet. I've been out there with a good buffet. They love them a good buffet, Tommy.
Yeah, no, but that's who you want. You want a big buffet-loving guy right in front of you. Especially if you're like Alex Smith, Drew Brees, if he rehabs. I mean, you could have that. Then I'd be the same team again with Phil Rivers. Remember how that went down? I mean,
yeah.
But Edelman as a receiver, I mean, he's still there.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got T.J. Ward out there. I don't think the Bucs going to have him back, so he could have some vengeance. Him and also on the defensive side, Kyle Love as well. So you got some old guys with some bad blood. But
definitely.
I mean, go back the year before, and you even got like a kicker. You got Hauschka in there. Michael Bennett, I think. Vernon Davis, that's a big one.
He's a beast. Total beast.
Antonio Gates,
definitely. Antonio Gates was great.
You got a lot of tight ends. I mean, you have a team full of tight ends. But Kuechly, another one from Carolina. So you get my point, is that you got all these guys out there. And what if they get a phone call? Say, guys, we want to get a Super Bowl. And not all these guys have got Super Bowl rings that I mentioned. So you call them up, say, we're going to go and pick whatever team that just happens to work. Why did LeBron go to the Heat? Why did he go to the Lakers? So why did Tom Brady go to Tampa? It's almost like the place matters a little bit. You want to coach and some stuff in play, but you could go to the worst team in the NFL. You go to the dumbest team. Ricardo, who do you think the dumbest team in the NFL is?
I mean, that's easy. That's the Jets. I mean, I'm up that, they're my peoples, but the Jets. The Jets are dumb. Everybody knows the Jets are dumb. We all know this. Just we accept it. We the people that are fans of the Jets are still fans of the Jets. Not to say that the fans are dumb. The fans are some of the smartest fans on the planet. Don't know how they pull for the Jets, but still, I don't. All these guys went to the Jets. It'd be a weird thing. It'd be a weird, everybody come together. They get that one last hurrah. It'd be like, what do you call that thing? Like Space Cowboys.
Yeah.
Where they get that one last ride.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, with this super team, where all these people coming back out of retirement, coming together, one person they shouldn't bring along with them.
Who's that?
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers.
Oh,
that's the one guy I don't think they should bring along. I mean, you could, call up Andrew Luck. Call up Eli Manning. Call up Drew Brees.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. But I would not call. I would not call Phillip Rivers. Hell, call up Steve Young. Call up Dan Marino. Call up Brett Favre.
Come on.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about. We ain't not calling up Phillip Rivers. You know why? Because Phillip Rivers has lost 63 one-score games. 63 one-score games. That means he had it there. He was close to the rock. and he couldn't get it done. I mean, you can't put it all on the QB, but you can put a little bit on the QB because they got that stat out there about who's comeback wins. Fourth quarter comebacks.
Right,
and he has
right,
29 in 17 seasons. Peyton Manning had 43. Tom Brady has 39. You know what I'm saying? And in playoffs, Phillip Rivers in 17 seasons went 3-4 in the playoffs. He won 3 playoff games in 17 seasons.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
I gotta say, we're talking about the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah. I mean,
this team, Drew Brees was a quarterback of this team for 4 years. Drew Brees had 0 playoff wins.
Ooh, that's
0.
Crazy.
That's probably the best quarterback of all time. I mean, Peyton Manning, you could argue. Tom Brady, New England would argue with you, and I guess Tampa. But
old England would argue too.
What? That's a good one, Tommy. Now, I think what's important here that we've got to recognize is the San Diego Chargers' entire franchise, going back to Ryan Leaf, going to Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
I mean, Phillip Rivers was the greatest thing that ever happened to the San Diego Chargers. Without him, they would have never.
Sad.
There was a guy called Junior Seau that never played there. I mean, come on. You tell me he was the best Charger?
He was the best Charger. Dadgummit. Phillip Rivers is the best Charger. Junior Seau, probably best defensive player of all time.
Dan Fouts played there too, right?
Yeah, Dan Fouts. So,
yeah.
But he cannot match what Phillip Rivers accomplished.
Come on now.
You would not have Antonio Gates without Phillip Rivers.
Well, I mean, hell, that's the only person he had to throw to. I mean, that's Antonio Gates was open on every single play that he wasn't blocking. And that's why he caught all them balls. But I'll just have to interject that. What were you saying about Phillip Rivers being the greatest out of?
No, I want to say something too though, because there was the general manager that got a lot of heat back then, AJ Smith. The nickname for him was Lord of No Rings. That's what the players were calling him behind his back. But they hung on to that guy, just like they're doing in Green Bay with Gutekunst. They hang on to these guys, and you're blaming Phillip Rivers for all this stuff when you didn't put the weapons around him. I mean, it's basically Aaron Rodgers feels like he's being Phillip Rivers. Is the verb?
Hey, I like that. I like that, Tommy. I like that. That's a new term where he's being Phillip Rivers did. He's then Phillip Rivers did. I think it's gonna be he's getting riveted. There we go. Just rivet. We're just gonna go. He's being riveted.
Yeah, getting riveted.
What do you think about that, Anthony? Being riveted.
I think being Rivers, that's a term that we're going to start using in our regular vernacular every day. That guy got rivered, and I think you got it, Ricardo.
Oh, Tommy, you got something new here. Hey, from now forth, out there in the listening world, when you see a great man who can go out there, who can destroy and take this world and hold it in his hands and be able to reach the stars. If he had just a little bit of help.
Yeah.
And they won't give him that little bit of help.
Yeah.
That's being riveted.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, in the business world too. You're making sales calls and then the phone goes out and you just need that phone tech to fix the phones. Because God forbid you use your cell phone to do business like that. So yeah, the phone guy could be the case with business life.
And the phone guy got riveted.
Well, yeah, the best sales guy got riveted because the phone guy. The
sales guy got riveted. Sorry, Tommy, I wasn't paying as close of attention to your analogy.
Yeah, no, that's so. Anybody else want to add something?
I'm just gonna my last comment. On this is Phillip Rivers. He's going to give it 110%. Some of these guys, they come in for the paycheck, and Rivers might need the paycheck. We've determined that, but this man gives it 110% every day. He wakes up breathing, eating, drinking football. There's nothing else in Phillip Rivers' other than football. It's really what the man's about.
You don't know what the kids got involved in. That's the thing, and I'm not going to speculate. I don't. How old are the kids? Like, what's the oldest one?
Oh, that's very
they range. They range.
Is one old enough to have a gambling habit?
Well, he's a college sophomore, I think.
I mean, legally, you got to be 21 in a casino in most places, unless you're out there on one of them cruise ships, and and you end up in the Bermuda Triangle. And then what if you get all the slots and you're in the Bermuda Triangle? They say, I'm sorry, everything goes haywire here. It doesn't count. And then you punch the guy that's telling you that, the pit boss, and then you're thrown into like the jail cell that the cruise ship has, and you're in international waters, and it's quite a mess. So I just think that one of his kids probably got maybe they're in gangs. There's something. Maybe he's trying to get some money.
I mean, it's a possibility, Tommy. All through life, little things pop up where you gotta have a little extra cash. And when you feeding like a family that big, you gotta have some cash. I've never been in a situation where I had a family that big. I never had to feed 9 kids at one time, unless I'm with my nieces and nephews or something. But that's like a one-time shot. Bam, I can save up for that. It ain't like an everyday thing. I gotta feed all these little kids. So sometimes you're gonna need the extra cash. You'll put your body through hell just to make the extra cash. And I guess if he has to throw the ball for the Raiders or somebody like that, he's gonna have to do it. Sometimes you got to step in for
the Raiders.
Some can happen to Derek Carr, or some can happen to Ryan Tannehill. He might go up to Tennessee. Something can happen to these people, and he'll earn that $1 million for like 6 games or something, whatever. I think he'll go by maybe $500,000. They might not pay him a good meal, but
wasn't George Foreman in a similar situation? And he got a bunch of kids. He named them all the same name. I don't know what that was all about, but he came out of retirement too. George Foreman.
He came out and he was busting people up. He was putting it down, but
probably
sometimes in life you gotta come out of retirement and make a little bit of extra cash.
I think some of the kids are getting into some stuff. I don't know this. I'm making a speculation as a possibility that some of the kids got involved in some type of nefarious or problematic situations.
It's probably just a pyramid scheme. Honestly, it's probably what
that's
happened.
That's that too. That's big in the sports world. We had to do a show on that one. There's a lot of sports pyramid schemes and scandals, and Boomer Esiason's partner got caught up in that, and a lot of there was the former Alabama guy too. There's a couple of them involved. We'll do that for a later date.
And that's the end of the game. Thanks for clicking. You tuned in to Time In. I'm Ricardo Lungus, and with me, Tommy Crenshaw and Anthony North. TTFN.